Hello, it's Jane, and I'm just getting ready. There we go. Hello, it is Jane. I'm just it's late here. It was Halloween yesterday. It's not really Halloween anywhere, I don't think, anymore. I think Halloween is for next year now, but I have to finish my Halloween book, my little journal, and I've got one more page left and I know exactly what I want to do, so I'm going to do that. Of course, as soon as I pressed hello, little popcorn started popping off over there. Hey Miss Lulu, hey Zandra, oh you're up late. Hey Vanessa, oh Penny, how you going? Oh wow, you guys are all up late. That can't be right. Okay, no, I think that's from... Oh, Sarah, how you going? That's the chats from last time. Okay, right. Like I said, I'm still trying to get this system right. Now, so I've got my little Halloween journal. I just grabbed something else that I shall require because I can bind this now. So I'm going to use my little binding kit. In fact, I might pick out, I think I might go for purple. I will need my awl. I'm going to give it my awl. And I don't need this, but it's just so cute. It's not about the destination, it's about the journal. Hey Kim, how you going? Hope little doggie's all right. And where are my needles? So I've got these. This is a little bookbinding kit that we have on the website. It's in a gorgeous little pouch, and it's got the turquoise, of course, felt, and a little illustration to remind you how to do a pamphlet stitch. That's what I use for all my journaling. And this is one of the thread heads. It's a waxed, really lovely quality waxed linen thread, and I'll just pop that to one side because I'm not going to need that quite yet, because I just have no, I'm going to do it right now. No, she's in the mood for binding her things together. Oh good, Kim, excellent. Yes, how you going, Katie? How are you? Right, so if you're the last little parts of our code, I'll just let you know. The I Love Art code for the workshops, including the bundles, for all of my online workshops. I have 18. I've created more than that, but there's 18 in the current lineup. Now, with the this pamphlet hole stitch, it's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. I've used it on all of my handmade journals. And it's wonderful because it is easy to pull apart if you need to. You can get real fancy with your binding if you so desire. Let me know how the sound is and the video quality. Oh, Zandra, I'm just looking at some of your artwork with the new icing on the layer cakes and the pinkiosity. Ah, gorgeous. If you want to join that my mixed media group, please do. The people in there are just the loveliest people you're ever going to meet in your life. So, oh, sorry that I have to poke you right in the nethers, little bat-winged sweater lady, but that's just the way it's going to go. So I'm starting by putting that hole in the middle, and then I want to just come in a little bit from the sides. Now, my pages aren't all exactly the same width, so I just need to make sure I come in just from where that is and make sure I push my awl so that it goes to the full width of it. Just will make it easier to put things together. And then halfway between these two, I'm just eyeballing it. Of course, if you want to live by symmetry and perfection, feel free to measure and get everything perfect. So I squeeze the paper together to make sure that I come out right in the middle. And I probably have too many pages, but this will be fine. the quantity of pages, it gets harder to create on them when you've got lots and lots of pages, because there's a curl as it comes into the gutter. So, but because I've kept them separate and I'm putting it together, that curling in isn't going to matter. Also, that's at the top, so it's fine. Now, here is my thread. I'm going to do, usually I do twice the width of whatever the project is, and then I give it a little bit more. I err on the side of caution, and then I can just pop that back in that little slot back up there, and then pop her back in here with all of her other little thread heads. Look how cute these are. There's more in there actually. There's 9 colours altogether, including a rainbow. I've also got some elastic here. This is a elastic from one of my sets. Look at the rainbow one. Cool, right? So there's 3 that come with the kit, and then you can add the other colours. Now I need to get one of my needles. Doesn't really matter. The gold has a slightly bigger eye, which makes it easier to thread. And it's a little bit shorter. It's just a matter of preference. It doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to take my needle and just squash that end. Because it's waxed, it'll hold that little flat shape, and that makes it very easy to thread. And then I'm going to start. Now, do I want to have my stitching, my bow out here or my bow in here? I think rather than have a bow on her nethers, I think we'll have the bow out here, like where we're going to tie the book off. Now, I might have moved the pages around a bit, so I might just need to realign that. You could put a knot in there if you wanted to, and then I'm just going to come down one hole. So this is where I've started like this. I've come in, I'm coming oh, here I am, this one, and I'm coming, sorry, I'm starting from the outside. Don't worry, mate, don't listen to me. Anyway, we're doing a figure 8. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to flip that over, wiggle that in there, and sometimes if things have moved around, you might have to just peer through the page and shish kebab it, I call it. And just winkle and woggle and winchel, these are all fictional words, through the papers. And once you've done this once, it's the easiest thing, and you'll just adore doing it. I might be making it look difficult, I hope not. So I'm just trying to keep it a little bit taut, making sure that doesn't disappear, the tail. But I've gone through my figure 8. Now I'm going to skip the middle. That's this bit here, skip the middle, come up to that next hole and do another figure 8. Just repeat what I've just done. I'm just going to wiggle this through. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Why have you done that? Let's pull that nice tight, just wiggle that through. And then as I'm coming back here, I'm coming back through a hole where there's already some of my thread. What I want to try to do is not go through the other thread, but next to it. If you go through it, it's not the end of the world. It's just harder to tighten things up at the end. So, and you just might have to take the needle off, reverse yourself, re-put the needle on. It'll eventually happen to you. It's no big deal, but it might happen, right? And then come back through the middle. So I'm coming back up, out here, bam. And then I can tie that off, just make that nice and tight. Just pull them in either way. And then I just want to make sure I've got one thread coming on one side of this and one thread coming on the other. Bam, like that. And just get that as tight as I can so there's not as much wiggle in the journal itself and then just tie it off. If I decided the pages weren't in the right order, if there was something I wanted to change, I could just cut this with scissors and redo it. Or I could undo that, pull it out, and then I've got all of my thread there. And I can trim this off to being as tight to this as I want to. Probably don't need it that long, just give it a little antennas like that. And then I finished with my needle, so I put it away like that. There's a little bit of double-sided tape underneath it, so once you put it in, if you give it a little squeeze, the needle will stick back on there. And put your little needles to bed, pop that back in my little kit, put the awl back in there. And because I've added a few little extra things, we're getting a little bit full in here, so I just need to tuck everything away. And good night, little book binding. It says happy journaling on there. Okay, and now I've got a lovely little journal. Really just got this page left here, and I'm going to use Tippy Toes, and I might go Tippy Toes, and I might go gold. I'm in the mood for metallics. That is not unusual. The chats from last time. Oh, right. Sorry, I've got just making sure everything's working. Great. Oh, good, Lorraine. It's sounding good. Oh, fantastic, Tiana, you're watching it on YouTube. I'm really happy to be able to live stream to both things again and do my YouTube, because in all honesty, editing the live streams so they could pop them up on YouTube, it just was never going to happen. It just was never going to happen. So bottom lip, let's get a little top lip happening. I don't usually construct a face like this, but let's just see where this goes. So I might have so I'm going to have nostrils there, and this was probably need a little bit more room for a top lip and bottom lip. Okay. And I've still got my prompts, so I just have something in my mind that I'm thinking of, because one of the prompts was snakeskin stockings, and this isn't going to look exactly like a snakeskin stocking, I don't think, but I've been reading the most fantastic book about ancient Greece, but it's not about Medusa, but it's just, if I think about ancient Greek stories, I'm not far away from Medusa. I also found a snakeskin up on my deck, and I think it was a brown snake. I'm hoping it was a tree snake, but it looks very brown snake. What it's doing up there, I don't know. I said to Angus, this is the same as the one you just said, the brown snake on the ground. And he was like, they can't climb. They don't climb. And I was like, well, someone needs to tell this guy. So not the snake, just the skin. Nope rope is what we call them in, well, sometimes they're called that in Australia. Yuck. I know everything is beautiful in its own way, but I'm scared of them because they could bite my little doglins. And my little dogs are silly. They would try and protect everybody from said snake. Now, wait a minute. So I'm going to flesh this out a little. But I'm going to use this. This is the Wonder Writer. And the reason I want to use it, it's got quite a fine tip here. I just want to play around with it. Okay. Yes. Hey, Martine. Yeah, just the brown snake. And then, of course, I looked up a video of well, it came up on my Instagram because your phone's always listening to you. And, oh, please. They're so aggressive. It's the second most deadly snake in the world. I don't know what the first one is. Probably something even worse. But, oh, very nice. So this is the Wonder Writer. I use this instead of a Sharpie. It's the same sort of thing, but it's just finer. And I need this for labelling. Like this pen, its little names come off. So I'm going to put Tippy Toes pen back on there. Then there are some types of surfaces that just nothing can stick to. So that might even scratch off. It's just too slick. But anyway, it doesn't look quite as nice as the original, but whatever. Now I need to integrate these a little bit, don't I? So actually, where is... I've got these sitting here. Shall I just give these a go? So these are the glitzy markers. That's a very yellow gold. This is actual yellow. So there's a warm set and a cool set and the glitzy markers. It's a glitter pen. This is the Mediterranean Sea. I might even come in with this green. So this is the Indian Ocean. There's the warm oceans and the cool seas are the cool colours. But it's got a lot of glimmer in it. But they're not an opaque, they're not a paint marker, but it is permanent ink once it's set. I must say I'm not thinking to, ooh. So this is a metallic ink. It's not as metallic as this, it's a different ink technology, but it's actually got glitter in it, like sparkle in it. So it's quite attractive. But that's, okay, I might use that as the deeper colour, but I think we'll go in the scales aren't quite. Wait a minute, what kind of scales do snakes have? Seeing as I just pulled off the bloody skin off my thing. I don't think they're like this, like drag. These are like mermaid scales. But this is a Medusa. This is a snake woman's, you know, Halloween. I think snakeskin's more like diamond pattern, isn't it? Or maybe they're all different. Oh, look, I've got a little bit of that glitzy marker on my pen there. And if I don't like any of this, it's very, very easy for me to completely get rid of it all and just paint over it, start again. Is it frozen for anyone else or just Faye? Hopefully it's just you, Faye. And you can refresh. Is it? It's not frozen for me on my iPad. Okay, now her ear is up too high. She's giving me the Taylor Swifts a little bit. Sorry, Taylor. Not this part, just the... You need to calm down. Just that part. And the world does need to calm down, my goodness. Gonna give a Halloween eye. Oh yes. Up to no good eyebrows there. Okay, so Martine says it's not frozen for her either, so hopefully you can refresh the screen and that will help you out. So this is a very strange contraption here. Now I'm going to go in with, I'm going to go layer cake and wonder if this will be, if I keep it fairly sheer, let's see if that ink has already calmed down, dried in other words. Oh no, that's not. I don't mind if it bleeds a little bit. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So that the paint pen's going to hold its shape there for a minute. Like hold those lines if it's already dry. I'm going to pop a little bit of this pastel yellow in here. Maybe she's not a snake, maybe she's just thinking snaky thoughts. Hey Shaz, how you going? Hey Jenren, how are you? Did you guys go out and do any Halloween-y things? I didn't. I never have. And I've never had a Halloween, I've never had a trick-or-treat to come along. We're not in the right, unless the cows are going to dress up. Now this is very strange. I had Puppy Circus today, earlier today. Poppy was the star as always. Maybe she should have a bit of a greenish tinge. Oh. Let's see, I'll just give her just a light skin tone for a start. And then I might amp that up a little bit just to see where we're at. Now hopefully that pen is dry because that's a waterproof one. And we're on the watercolour gesso. Now this is from the Tutankhamun set. Hey Kimball, how you going? Oh, fork tongue, love it. Good one, Bernadette. Yes. How are you feeling, Kimball? Are you feeling better? I hope so. I saw that you were not feeling too great. Doing beautiful art though. Yes, the cold never kept a good man down. Good artist down. Oh, and you know what I saw? It came up, I think, on my Instagram. It was an interview of Salvador Dali, and I don't remember hearing him. It was an interview like from the late 60s, early 70s, and it was on, it was an American talk show, and oh, it was like a little bit astounding, and he was talking about art in dreams, and he said no, he doesn't do art in a dreamlike state. It's the state before sleeping. So Albert Einstein used to do this same technique, so did he, and someone else mentioned where you would fall asleep and hold something in your hand like a coin, fall asleep sitting down and put a plate underneath where it would land, so that when you nodded off to sleep and dropped the coin, it would wake you up. And apparently you're meant to have amazing creative thoughts in this sort of semi-dreamlike state. So I'd never heard of that before. He had sounded like hypno, something that was a word, hypno, something. Oh, this gold, yum. For that state of sort of semi-awakeness, pre-dreaming. And then he painted or thought about and remembered what it was that he was thought of, like those thoughts in that pre-sleeping frame of mind. Apparently very creative then. So it's kind of interesting. Have you ever heard of that, anyone? Oh, you've got the COVID. Oh, the Rona, Kimball. Oh, I was hoping that's not what you had, but that's what you got. Still going around. Ugh, grim. Sorry about that for you. Yes. I must say though, as bad as the corona was when I had it, because I couldn't really do anything, I didn't want to read or anything like that. Once like that, the painful part of the throat for me was over, I just had to, rest and get better. And that's when I discovered reality TV, and I have managed to avoid it for a long time, but I quite enjoy it, I've got to say. If I'm anxious about something else, I have the Real Housewives going on in the background, and I really enjoy it. It's so funny. Some of the ladies are so, funny. I just scream with laughter and gosh, enjoy it. Don't judge me. But yes, I watched a thing called Byron Bays, which was filmed here and very controversial when it was being filmed, and I thought it was hilarious. Terrible, hilariously terrible. And anyway, I've quite enjoy the Real Housewives of this and that. Now, what a strange creature we've got going on here. I'm not saying it's my best work or anything like that, but I'm in a pre-dreaming state, and this is what's happening. Okay, excuse me. Just rattle my pencils for a second. And let's get her eye. She needs a little bit of... Oh, that pen had to go to the hospital. Okay, that was a double. Oh, let's use this one because it's not dry. Oh, it's just not letting me do a thing. Okay, you need to go to hospital as well. I can't believe that one is even still going. I've used it that much. It really should be finished. Maybe it is now. I think it's my favourite white pen ever, but I always say that when I've got a new thing. Depends what I've got in my hand. So I think this is she's having snaky thoughts. So everything's forgiven in a sketch, and this is very imperfect. So I'm going to add sketchy little lines to it. And I'm going to add green into her hair as well. And although the prompt is snakeskin stockings, it doesn't matter if I worked the prompt or not. But you know, I've been wanting to draw this all day. A snake-faced person. Any events coming up for me? Events, we do have some new things about to happen, but I haven't got any like events as in art the workshops at the moment, because what's happened at our the warehouse where I had my workshop space, during COVID I completely used all that space for all the new art supplies, so I haven't got that happening. And also, like Paul Kimball is going through, we're not quite out of the woods yet. So I'm not entirely ready to attend events or go to events yet. I must say, I'm quite careful. Now usually if I've got green in something, I'm trying to lessen it, but I'm going to push forward on it. Now, where is sushi roll? I'm sort of sketching it, just adding a bit of dry brushing, just to try and add a little bit of volume. I really don't want to see the snake that belonged to the skin that I found. Ew. Maybe it was a little tree snake, let's just call it that. Maybe I'll bring a little bit of this skin tone. So she's a fleshy snake. Ew, that would be gross. And I can give her this bit of a greyed off fleshy colour. I mean, she's a snake lady after all. A sneaky snake. Very Halloweeny anyway. So you've yes, so I don't have any of big craft shows or anything like that coming up. Again, just I'm not quite ready for all of that fun and fabulosity, but I've got online events coming up, like some really fun, amazing things. But you know, if you've been around here, you know that there's always something. I'm always cooking up something. But don't you? I think the background is the wrong colour. What do you reckon? You know what? I'm going to go sparkly, and I'm going to go dark blue. Where is it? Come here, my dears. Not Elizabeth Taylor. I'm looking for. Oh, I could use watercolour, but that's not what I was thinking. This one, Dorothy. I'm thinking Star Power. Do you know? Like, this is Star Power. I've got my little ghost teddy bear up there that I was playing around with the colours, but I might change my mind as to the colour, but let's put in a little bit of Star Power. I'm going to grab this brush and lots of water in it and just push that around. Might not be a bit dark enough, but I just want like a magical background, but so I can have a bit of sparkle in it. And this is named after Dorothy Dandridge. who was a golden, is it the golden age of cinema, that era of the starlets and the Marilyn Monroes, that era. And we're just watching all the Predators again. Like from the Arnold Schwarzenegger original through the, is it Danny Glover? Not the Golden Age of Cinema, that's for sure. Well, maybe the first one was. Oh, yum. So that's got a little bit of sparkle to it. I might just bring it over my snake rather than having a white edge. Might bring it a bit darker on this side. So I'll add that beautiful blue. So it's lovely inky blue. And I might give it a little bit of Audrey. A bit of star power. And we're up to the alien Predator, where they're in. They say it's Colorado. It's very Seattle-y, like it's very raining. And there's aliens and predators, and they're sort of taking over a small town, and it's quite horrific. But I am enjoying it. It's a good one for Halloween. One of my favourite actors is in the second Predator movie, which was just hilarious. And he's also in Aliens. The second Aliens. And The Day After Tomorrow. Day After Tomorrow? The one with Tom Cruise, where he lives the same day over and over again. Is that called The Day After Tomorrow? Whatever it was. Okay, well, where's my chrome? This is just a crazy, weird page, but, you know, that's just what happens with creative prompts. It's our last little part of Halloween, and I've got a little snake lady scuttling along. I think she's a sea snake. Oh, and I have a joke for you. What's the trouble with twin witches? You never know which witch is which. Might have got that joke wrong. Also, joke. Right. Okay, I've lost the lid for that guy. That's all right. That will survive overnight until it returns. So I had a little bit of Audrey in there just to make that a darker, slightly darker on one side than the other, just to try and add a little bit of dimension. Okay, my friends. A sea snack. Oh. Okay, my friends, well, oh, Shaz is in Australia, yay, okay. I'm just quickly looking through the comments. Oh, Tash, I'm glad you're going to give a bit of art a go. I quite like the sea snack as well. I'm actually very hungry, and the thought of a sea snack, I don't know what that would be, but the thought of the sea snack's actually appealing greatly to me. I was looking for my beautiful chrome, my Mirror Chrome ink pen, and she's gone. Oh no, she's followed my silver one. Oh, this would be nice for a little. I need to look up what a bloomin' snake's. I think it's got diamonds. Diamond python, is it diamonds? I don't know. I can't be bothered drawing snake pattern. Maybe I've got a stamp or stencil or something that's got snake pattern. Also, she doesn't have to be, but she's got mercury bubbles. So there's that, and she's got a little bit of that in her eyes as well. And some jewellery, because how she got it on, I'm not sure. She must have a friend in the seas that is helping her with her jewellery, but she's got it on. Mind you, shouldn't she have a necklace? If you're all neck, basically. Ooh. Well, that is my little Witch Way journal for Frocktober with our witchy prompts. And that was Star Power too. See, I could still add a little bit of something up here. That was my little skeleton boots. I've got Atlantis and metallics here. Some of the little stamps. That was playing around with paint. This was showing all the paint pens. This is the cowl neck sweater with a bit of eyeballs in the hair. This is To Die For over all that friller jacket. And icing on the cake. This is the Batwing sweater. Hey Elaine, how you going? This was the Under Wraps. This is a little zombie witches hanging out. This is another little some ghosts, pumpkin ghosts, little cat ghosts and so forth, little teddy bear ghost, just spraying through the lace. And we finish with the snake skin. Oh no, we still have this. And then we a little witch that appeared in some mirrorchrome smoke. That was yesterday. We know she's a witch because she's wearing a hat. And this is the thinking cap prompt. We've got collage, and I've got icing on the cake and pinkyosity and other assorted things. But all of these videos are there as replay on Facebook. They're not all there on YouTube. Some of them are. And this one totally disappeared because Facebook just does those sorts of things. Well, that was lots of fun. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, wherever you are in the world, and go and do some art. Have an attempt at a snaky snack. Yes, Chaz, the regular live streams, whenever I do a live stream, it will be going to YouTube as well as to Facebook, because not everyone has Facebook. So yes, I've got the there's multi-platform streaming. Eventually I might be able to restream to Instagram and maybe even TikTok one day, but I'm not a TikTok person really, but eventually, yes. Oh, I'm glad you're glad, Shaz. Fantastic. Okay, my friends, now is the part where I have to try and work out how to turn this on.